Is your window moving super slow, like the motor's about to give up? Or you hear a snap and now it won't move at all? Chances are your window regulator or motor is worn out or the cable has snapped. In this video, I'll be showing you how I replace a window regulator and motor. This process is very similar across many cars and trucks. Today, I'm working on a 2002 Avalanche, but this will also apply to GM full-size trucks and SUVs like the Silverado and Sierra from around 1999 to 2006, as well as the Tahoe, Suburban, and Yukon from 2000 to 2006. Alright, without further ado, let's get right into it. First, I'm going to pry off this door panel trim cover using a trim removal tool. If you don't have one, you can also use a flathead screwdriver. Just be careful not to scratch or damage the plastic. All the parts and tools used in this video are linked in the description below, so feel free to check them out. Just gently pry out this plastic piece. As you can see, there are two clips holding it in place. Next, carefully pry out the door lock switch. Use your trim tool and gently work around the edges until it pops out. It's held in by clips, so take your time so you don't damage the plastic. Next, there's a 7mm bolt located down here by the speaker. Use a 7mm socket to remove it. This will help free up the door panel. Now carefully push the whole door panel upward. The clips are seated in slots, so lifting up disengages them from the hooks. Once it slides up, the panel will come free. So you see this hooks just goes inside here, so that's why you lift it up, you pull it up and you take it out. This one is connected to this light right here. Somehow it's unplugged already, so we're just gonna unplug this right here. Connects to the window power right there. Using a pick, we're gonna press this tab right here, take it out. So using a pick, you're just gonna press on this and pull it out. So next we're gonna take out this speaker. See this cable right here? This is part of the window regulator. It's what moves the window up and down when the motor engages. Over time, this cable can fray, get tangled, or snap, and sometimes the motor itself can fail, which is why the window stops working. Next, carefully peel back the plastic moisture barrier. It's sealed to the door with butyl tape, so slowly work it off and try not to damage it. You'll want to reuse it. Now what I'm doing here is using some painter's tape to hold the plastic moisture barrier up so it's not in the way while I work. The window regulator assembly is held in place by a total of 5 nuts and bolts right here. But first, I'm going to remove this speaker bracket right here to give myself more room to work and make it easier to pull out the window regulator assembly. This speaker bracket is held in place by 3 10mm bolts. Go ahead and remove all 3 to free it up. Now I'm removing these 5 nuts and bolts that secure the window regulator assembly. Once these are out, the regulator will be free. Before I pull the assembly out, I'm going to disconnect this wiring harness right here and remove any clips securing the regulator wiring to the door. Before I can unplug the connector, I need to release this blue locking tab first. Using a flathead screwdriver, press in this tab and pull the connector down to disconnect it. Now, as you can see, the window is secured by this window glass clamp. There's a rubber insert inside that holds the glass firmly in place and prevents it from slipping or cracking. Using a 10mm socket, loosen this nut just enough to release the clamping pressure. This will allow the window glass to come free from the clamp. There are 2 clamps holding the window, and this will allow the glass to come free. See. I'm using tape to hold the window up so it stays in position and doesn't drop while I remove the regulator assembly. As you can see, the window regulator assembly is now free. Carefully maneuver it out, guiding the motor and regulator through the opening as you can see here. Now compare the new regulator to the old one. Check that the mounting holes, motor position, and cable setup all match. This helps avoid any issues during installation. Now, between filming and taking all these parts out, it definitely makes the job a lot harder. I've got to make sure the camera is in the right spot and everything stays in focus. So if this video is helping you out, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe to support the channel. Now, to install the new assembly, it's just the reverse of removal. Carefully slip the regulator and motor back into the door, guiding it through the opening and lining up the mounting points. Here, I'm bolting the motor back onto the door frame, making sure everything lines up properly before tightening it down. There's a stud on the regulator arm that needs to line up with the hole on the door frame. Once it's lined up, go ahead and thread the nut back on. Also bolt this one up here as well. Now moving to the left side, same process, tightening by hand first. Now I'm going to roll this down first so I can line it up with the clamps. I'll need to reconnect the switch to bring the window into position. Now I'm going to connect this power. And in order to roll this down, I need to reconnect the wiring harness to the window switch so I can move the regulator into position. Now test the window by running it up and down to make sure it's working correctly. Then position it so you can access the clamps. Loosen the nuts to open them up and slide the glass back in. Do the same thing on both sides. Loose this up. From the factory, the rubber clamp can stick together, so use a flathead screwdriver to carefully separate it and open the clamp back up. Then carefully slide the window down between the two rubber pads on the clamp. Then go to the other side and do the same thing, making sure both sides sit evenly before tightening. Once the glass is fully seated in the clamp, go ahead and tighten the bolt to lock it in place. Now you can test the window up and down. As you can see, it's going down smoothly, but it's struggling on the way up. That usually means the glass isn't seated correctly, so I'll need to adjust the clamp where the window sits. Now to adjust the window, just loosen this nut and the one on the other side, then reposition the glass so it rolls up and down smoothly. As you can see, after making that adjustment, the window now rolls up and down smoothly. Now that everything is working properly, it's time to reinstall everything and tighten everything down. First, I'm putting the speaker bracket back in place and tightening the 3 bolts to secure it. Reconnect the speaker wiring, then secure it by tightening the bolts. Now unwrap the plastic moisture barrier and press it back onto the door frame. If the butyl isn't sticking well, you can add a little more. I'll link it in the description. I almost forgot. Make sure to put this lock back on the connector. Now bring the door panel back into position and reconnect the window power connector before setting the panel in place. There's also this wire here for the door light, but the bulb is missing, so I'll leave it disconnected for now until I get a replacement. See these retaining hooks right here? They line up with the holes on the door, then hooks into the door frame to hold the panel securely in place. Now I'm going to snap this door lock switch back in. Make sure it's in the unlock position, then hook it onto the lock rod and press it into place. So right now it's unlocked, so I'm gonna leave it unlocked like this. So it goes in inside this groove right here. See that? So right there. Right now it's unlocked. So we're gonna leave it unlocked. There you go. Alright. And this just goes in. Lift this up, goes inside here. That's it. This screw over here. And there you have it. If this video helped you out, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe to support the channel. Making these videos does take time, but I enjoy putting them together when it helps you save money and tackle something you can do yourself. And if you enjoyed this video, check out my other video right here on how to diagnose and replace your blower motor. Until next time, take care of your ride, and it'll take care of you.